Hey guys, Shadefyre here with episode 7 of Let's Play Penumbra Black Plague, and this is the final episode. Remember from last time, we met up with Amabel only to violently murder her, and we got a list on how to cure ourselves. So yeah, now we gotta build ourselves a cure, but first we gotta find the ingredients, which are scattered around this examination room area. Bottle of nitrogen here. Batteries. And that's about it really for this room. This one was a pain in the ass to find. The sulfur hidden behind those books. I was looking around and looking around and I'm like, where the fuck is the last chemical? And I finally found it. Store's blocked. This computer's fucked up. This is a chair. So we need to find a way through to that room, and there's a ventilation duct right here. Unfortunately, it's rusted shut. There's also another chemical up here.
You know, all these drugs, there's bound to be a big old needle at the end of this. That'd be enough to put any man off. No shame in that. You don't want to catch anything. One virus is enough for anybody.
Funny how Clarence is having a sudden turnaround. First he wanted us to kill ourselves so he could be free. Now he wants us to leave him alive. Quite ordinary and unimpressive painting. So obviously this painting does not go here. We shall remove it. But what's this? A secret event? Of course. And voila! We are on the other side of this door, which is blocked up with chairs. That's no good. Now, there are no chemicals in this room. However, in this room, behind these blue water barrels that are not really kind of out of place here underground. Nothing in those lockers, but behind these bottles, the jugs, another chemical, and then in this room. I say. This poor chap looks out of sorts. And also looks like one of the infected, though long deceased. Some more chemicals, and another one there, and now we've got all of them, as that mysterious noise has informed us. So now we just jam this thing into here, and dump all these chemicals in here, and the order doesn't actually matter. It just puts them in the right spots. Alright, so now you have to mix them in the correct order.
Philip, let me live.
No, shut up.
You'll never do it. You don't have the balls. Go on, I dare you. You're some coward, four-limbed freak. You barely evolved out of the swamp. You haven't got it in you. You see, I knew you wouldn't do it. That puts me in the steering wheel now. Ha-ho, silver!
Alright, screw you, Clarence. We're gonna get rid of you now. Now, for some silly reason, the bottom row of buttons are reversed because of a manufacturing mistake, which I think that would be something you'd want to fix before shipping off this expensive-looking machine. So, the order we need to mix them in is chlorine, acetone, iodine, bromine, nitrogen, and sulfur, which would be 214653. So 214653. Now we just stick our hand onto this magic injector pad. And without any ill side effects, we are finally free of Clarence's chatter. That's unfortunate.
What a pretty body!
Oh, jeez.
Mine!
I guess that's the problem with trying to get rid of a virus that is mostly psychological. Clarence just hopped from one body to the other instead of,
I see you, monkey!
That's great, you can't get us up here, though. Now, we don't have to worry about, like, killing Clarence or anything, we just have to get away from him.
So long together. Why do you flee me now?
He sounds a lot whinier now that he's got his own body.
Monkey! Oh, monkey!
This death trap out of the way that's always hanging over these doors.
So long together.
Ah, screw you, Clarence. You got away.
There cannot be one. There can only be a soul. There cannot be one. There can only be a soul.
At the end, this one was more human than he would have believed. Mankind, for his actions, I am sorry. For his next misconduct, I am sorry. Do not hate me.
Well, this is an unfortunate turn of events.
Do not be alarmed. The state is realigned, mankind. If you know yourself, you will not be fear. I, on the other hand, stand to lose everything. One came before mankind. How world? He was not strong. Mankind as a whole is stronger even than I. But alone, mankind is weak. Nonetheless, I do not underestimate you, mankind. I submit to you. However, I must, against my own desire, tempt your anger further. Mankind is not united as I am. Such a seething mass of individuals. Little wonder you all pull in different directions. All of me pulls in one direction. And for that reason alone have I bested those that disturb me. I will test your reactions, mankind. I will test which direction you pull. And then you shall have your answers, and if need be, your revenge.
If you're wondering why I was looking off into the distance there, it's because I think it makes the subtitles a little clearer against the sort of white glowy background. Trapped in a jail cell with an iron bar and a hatch too heavy to lift the leverage. Well, that seems simple enough. I guess we just do this, and then this. Ignore that coughing. And then just crawl into this dead-end tunnel. Jeez. Yep.
I will not tempt mankind's wrath in destroying you. I am more charitable than that.
Essentially, there are tests here, and if you fail them, you're just forced to start them over after being scolded by the Tuurngait mind. who wants very specific results from you, despite the fact that it's apparently testing your personality and stuff. So, instead of using the iron bar on this, we can pull this brick out here.
Hey! Hey, through here! Pass me that pipe, man. I can get us out. Come on, we haven't got much time.
Showing us that clearly teamwork is more effective than being selfish. Because remember, whatever happens, we're partners.
Okay, stay there. I'll be back. I owe you, friend. Good luck.
And that was the first test.
Working together is the only way. I am as one, though I am many. Thank you, mankind.
So you have to keep repeating these until you achieve the result that is expected of you, which makes these a little less conceptually interesting than they would be otherwise, if it gave you different results depending on what you did, and the mind judged you or whatever. But no, it's just keep doing it until you get what I want you to do. So this one, we've got a bunch of switches that activate steam traps. Now there's also a Tuurngait infected walking around, which we can kill with the steam traps. However, if we kill them, then the Tuurngait mind scolds us about how mankind is vicious, and it already knows that, and that we're just proving it. So instead, we need to solicit this Tuurngait infected's help for something. See here, a door that we can't break through ourselves, so we need someone's help. If we go back here, this switch, rather than activating a steam trap, activates this. Excellent. Manipulating others to do things for you is much more effective than doing them yourself.
Death is a necessary part of life, but not all deaths are necessary. End mankind.
I don't know if we were supposed to be showing off mercy or whatever there, or simply the ability to critically think without using violence as the only answer. Now this one's a little weird. Well, I say that as though the other two were completely normal. If you fail this one, the Tuurngait mind talks to you about how she is infinite, or I say she because it sounds kind of feminine, is infinite, but understands when the needs of the many overwrite the needs of the few. Essentially, there is two people in this maze, me and another person trapped in a cell. If we continue forward, the person in the other cell's door will open and they'll run forward into a fire trap that will kill them. Then we'll be trapped in here forever. So, rather than doing that, because it's kind of long, we're gonna just do it the way it's supposed to be solved. Now, the only annoying thing about these puzzles is because you don't know what the various pieces of the puzzle do the first time you do this, there's almost no way to get through this the first time without failing. I mean, it's pretty much just something you understand through trial and error. For example, this switch. You have no idea what this switch does, but what it actually does is keeps this door from closing once you move this. It basically locks that door into place. Then we can use this stone brick. Also, I like how he says it probably weighs more than he does, but we're just kind of shoving it around. balls. So now we have actually locked the door to the other cell, because the other guy is in here, and if we open that door, he'd just flee out and then die around this corner. Because those are flamethrowers right there in the walls. But it's the only way. And now we are also the other person who's trapped in the cell. But by sacrificing ourselves, we broke the flamethrowers, and now the other man can survive. I don't really get what she's trying to teach you here, other than some people, or life is worth sacrificing your own for, or something like that. But it also seems like she's just trying to teach you, like, this is what I'm like, being infinite and having all these different minions to sacrifice themselves for the others. So this one's a little weird. This is also the final test. Pass through here, we'll be done with the actual gameplay section. Almost. There is one sort of cinematic section where we're still behind the wheel, but we can't really do anything, so at the end of that.
I believe mankind, in a being such as you, selfishness would be catastrophic. You have shown that you can be higher than this fish, and for this reason, I shall reveal to you that which I revealed to Howard. I came here to this place many millions of years ago, before mankind was even outright. As eons came and went, mankind appeared around me and found names for me. Demon, spirit, Tuurngait. We existed in harmony for much time. I lie dormant within what you refer to as the infected, and they benefiting from my knowledge and protection. But mankind changed, and I fled. So much power in mankind, so many questions, and yet without the intelligence to answer them.
This right here is kind of, well, just the Tuurngait mind in general is kind of the Lovecraftian elements that this game, I've totally kind of forgot about, this game proclaims to have. It's how I found it originally, was looking at games that are Lovecraftian or based on Lovecraft mythos or whatever. Kind of like Eternal Darkness, and this is one of them, and this is kind of why. The whole galactic horror, mind greater than your own kind of thing. It's a little bit less, though, because instead of just killing us, it's, you know, trying to explain itself.
And tries to form a whole, a community. Somehow, it becomes more dangerous, more angry, and with no direction for this anger, decides itself and its world, and then I was discovered. Mankind created this place to hide me and silence me. It tore open my resting place and set about destroying me, and I, with no form of defense, was forced to attack. I am not the barbarian. I am not the invader. You are.
The real monster is people! Because that's never been done before.
But you, mankind, you are different. You have proved this, and now I ask for your mercy. Do not allow me to be destroyed by your kin, which they will surely do. They followed the Inuit here, and you followed them. There will be more. Will you send word? Will you destroy all trace of this place, so that no mankind will ever discover me again? Will you do this for me?
I guess the reason it's concerned about being destroyed is simply because it doesn't exist as anything more than a virus. Like, if you were to kill all of the infected, there would be no more Tuurngait, because it doesn't have a physical form of its own. So I guess that's the only reason it's concerned, which I always thought it was kind of weird that a giant galactic horror hive mind thing was telling you not to destroy it. I think we've got some messages to send. I think you guys will recognize this text, which is of course why it skips it. It's the text from the opening, the very opening text from the first game. But before we finish it, we need time to think. Spelled heard wrong. And that's it. That is the end of Penumbra. I don't even know what it's called as a series. But that's the end of Penumbra Black Plague, which ends the Penumbra series, episodes 1 and 2. There's also Penumbra Requiem, but that's less of a third game and more of a... I guess if it was released today, it would be basically DLC challenge rooms. It's a series of rooms with no enemies in them, and minimal story elements that kind of functions as an epilogue to the game, where you go from room to room solving huge, complex puzzles to get to the next one. Kind of like Portal, basically, but with physics puzzles instead of portals. So, that was the end of that, and I enjoy Penumbra. I like that it's a game that doesn't focus... It's a horror game that doesn't focus on just, you know, giving you a gun with limited ammo. It actually attempts to integrate horror elements by making the protagonist more helpless. Kind of like Silent Hill 2, but then you realize in Silent Hill, well, Silent Hill in general, that you are going around beating mind horrors to death with a 2x4, rather brutally, so you're not all that helpless. But instead, in this, they just take away the ability to fight at all, which makes you a lot more careful about things and a lot more kind of concerned with the enemies until you realize that you can just run past them. Here are the limited voices in the game. we're not actually going to sit here through all the credits, so I just thought I'd do my little ending spiel. So I'm not exactly sure what my next project will be, but I'm sure there'll be... I might attach some sort of teaser or whatever at the end of this video. Depending on if I've decided on it by the time this is released. Anyway, I thank you guys for sticking with me through these two games, and through my LPs in general, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next LP. Until then, I'm Shadefyre, signing off. Thanks, guys. Damn it, we didn't find all the collectibles or the notes. I'm terrible at this.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. When the blazing sun is gone, when the nothing shines upon, then you show your little light. Twinkle, twinkle all the night. Then the traveler in the dark thanks you for your little spark. He could not see which way to go if you did not twinkle so. Sun is gone when the nothing shines upon. Though I know not what you are, twinkle, twinkle.